Good morning and welcome to another episode of Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
And I'm Brittany Lawfer. Last week we discussed Point Park search for a new provost. Well, the decision has been made and we have the story in campus news.
We will also find out which celebrity's baby has more Instagram followers than you.
And later we will be joined with the Globe's editor-in-chief to talk more about his experience.
Daybreak starts right now. Well, Britt, the snow has finally melted.
It did. Pretty much all gone.
Yeah, and I mean, at home they got 22 inches, so I was kind of jealous of them.
Oh, wow. Philly definitely got more hit than we did.
Yeah, but hopefully Kyle
I think it's going to warm up.
Yeah, Kyle, is it going to warm up, or are we seeing more snow in our future?
Well, Brittany and Blaine, it's going to be a great week. There's going to be no snow. We're going to even see some sun and some warm temperatures. Let's go to the beginning of the week. Monday and Tuesday, it's going to rain, but the temperature is going to be high. But a transition starts to happen. It does get a bit cold, but guys, we have the sun. It's Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be warm out also. So Brittany, your jean jacket can come out for the beginning of the week. Blaine, you can get in your sweater weather. It's going to be a nice week to actually do things. Now, this also could lead to snow coming the week after because of the precipitation, temperature changes. We're supposed to get another snowstorm coming up. So I'm going to go back to you guys while the weather's still nice outside.
Thanks, Kyle. I'll put my jean jacket on and my sweater so I can knock two out with one stone. All right. Point Park has made a major announcement regarding its provost search. The university last week named Dr. John Pearson as its next provost for the outgoing provost, Dr. Karen McIntyre. Pearson currently serves as the Associated Vice President of Academic Affairs at Stetson University, which is located in Florida. He has been at Stetson for 26 years and has held various positions. When Pearson visited Point Park on January 15th, he said, quote, "I had a terrific experience during my visit to Point Park," end quote.
Dr. Tim Wilson, who is the Vice President of Information Technology, was in attendance at the United Student Government meeting last Monday. At the meeting, USG presented a survey they sent out to the students regarding the Wi-Fi. With a little over 300 responses, USG was able to give this information to IT to use to see where problems with Wi-Fi are occurring. IT even sent out a few emails last week regarding the Wi-Fi connection with Windows 10 software. Both Wilson and USG wants the student body to contact them, if there are any issues.
Point Park Athletics is receiving some major recognition. Last week, 5 Pioneer athletes were named KIAC Athlete of the Week. Fusini Kanyate from the men's basketball team, Leah Searle and Onan Kadima from the women's indoor track and field team. Also, Dry Davis and Tyrone Robinson from the men's indoor track and field team were all named KIAC Athletes of the Week for their accomplishments.
Last Monday evening around 9 o'clock, there was a 2-car accident at the intersection of Wood Street and Boulevard of the Allies. The 2 cars involved in the crash were a white Hyundai, which was driven by a young female, and a black Audi, which was driven by an older male. Point Park Police and Pittsburgh Police responded to the scene. The Hyundai suffered damages to the front of the car, while the Audi suffered damage to the passenger side. Neither driver suffered any injuries, and no pedestrians were harmed.
Shot. All right, ready?
Last week, we found out about Miley and Liam getting back together. Well, there's a new couple in Hollywood that's making a buzz.
With more on that and other stories, let's go over to our entertainment reporter, Tanasia.
Thanks, guys. That's right. Last episode, we talked about Miley and Liam's alleged engagement, and now Mariah Carey is engaged. Now, I know what you were thinking. Didn't she just get out of a marriage? Now she's jumping into a new one? Yes, she is. But this isn't nothing new to her. This is her 3rd marriage. So who's the lucky guy? His name is James Packer. It doesn't ring a bell, does it? You'd think that the man she is going to marry is an actor, singer, or celebrity that we know, but it's someone a little different. He may not be a well-known in the celebrity world, but the man is rich. And when I say rich, I mean filthy rich. He is a billionaire and is the 4th richest man in Australia. I can't even begin to imagine what their wedding will look like. Fox recently released footage of Jessie J from the Grease live soundtrack recording session, and as usual, she killed it. Amazing. The video has gotten fans really excited about seeing the live event Sunday night, and I'm not gonna lie, it sparked my interest. Be sure to tune in January 31st at 7 p.m. on Fox. I know I will be watching. Mariska Hargitay took a break from filming my personal favorite show, Law & Order SVU, to visit her co-star Ice-T's baby girl. Mariska shared on Instagram a picture of her cradling the newborn in her arms. If that wasn't cute enough for you, baby Chanel shared a photo on her very own personal Instagram account. And yes, she's almost 2 months old, but she does in fact have her own page with 246,000 followers. That's a lot. I don't follow the beautiful little diva, but I do follow Coco, so I check out baby Chanel's page every now and again. She is so adorable. I personally think she looks just like Ice-T. Sadly, that is all I have for you all. Now back over to Brittany and Blaine at the couch.
Jeez, that baby has more Instagram game than I got.
Oh, blows me away.
Those was both combined away. Well, stay tuned because after the break, we will be joined by the person in charge of the Globe here at Point Park.
And since it is the Super Bowl weekend, here at UView, we thought of a unique way to get ready for the big game.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to.
Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single?
Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week?
No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. No matter what your guilty pleasure is.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Now in studio, we are joined by our sports reporter this week, Josh Krupp, who is also the editor-in-chief of Point Park's weekly newspaper, The Globe.
Hey Josh, what's up?
How you doing, Blaine?
So how's everything down at the Globe going
man,
so far?
it's been going so far so good. We're 3 issues down. Week 4, issue 4 comes out this week. It's been a wild ride so far. You know, I was here a few days in December trying to get things pieced together and ready to go for this first semester because there is a lot that goes into running a newspaper than just typing a few stories every week. You got to get the staff together. You got to make sure the budget's okay. You got to make sure you have enough writers for that first issue while you're off campus. So far, so good. 3 solid issues and only, 25 more to go in my term.
So you've been involved with The Globe. I mean, you've been involved here at UView, I think, since your first week. The Globe,
PPJ.
week 1 as well. What's going on with you there? I heard you have a great new position.
It's the editor-in-chief.
Congratulations.
The headmaster. It's more of like an administrative role than a writing role. I'm still doing all my normal writing. I still have my sports column, but now it's more steering the ship every week, and on Monday nights just putting out little fires, making sure layout's going all right, and during the week answering emails from 100 kids wanting to write for the Globe, and the other 100 that wanted to write but then forgot to turn in their story by deadline. And so, like, all the little things that are going into it so far it's been a wild ride.
How did you get to that position?
I started week 1, as you said. I've been here for a while. Well, a while is 3 semesters. My first semester on campus, went to the first Globe meeting and started covering rugby. Didn't know anything about the sport. Loved the sport and loved the guys on the team, and that got me promoted to being the sports columnist on Croups Corner in my weekly sports column. That led to me being the sports editor at the start of last semester. Well, then 3 weeks in, our editor-elect at the time stepped down because of some circumstances, and I said, hey, I'll step up, and took a few weeks to learn the role, and now we're here, editor-in-chief.
Nice, nice, nice. And I know you mentioned that the Globe is 3 issues in deep so far. So what are some of your major accomplishments in these 3 issues that you're very proud of?
I think the 2 biggest things right now so far, we've had 3 solid news sections. Last week we had 7 news stories. There were times last semester where we only had 2. And so our news section has been pretty solid. Nice. Over break, right before break actually, I went to a couple of my friends who are graphic designers and I said, critique this, and if you have to make it bleed, make it bleed. And they gave it back with red ink all over it and said, this needs fixed, this needs fixed. So we spent a couple days before break, and then I came in a few days over break. We changed the headers, we got a solid logo, it's a little brighter, it pops more. We're more consistent across the board, because there were 17 different shades of green in one issue. 17, and we changed that.
Wow.
We're down to 2, we have a light and a dark, and our headers are crisper now, and so those 2 things.
Nice.
And speaking of changes in the Globe, there's some other changes around campus as well. We'll be seeing more newsstands you mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And then any other changes as well? Something with spreading the word a little more?
I mean, we are trying to expand every day and try to figure out how to get people to read our newspaper, because we have some hardworking students putting it together every week. We have a few newsstands on campus right now, but we're expanding. We're going to be adding 5 newsstands over campus in the next few weeks once the orders come in. They're not going to be your, like the ones in the library, the ones that are just flat. They're going to be your stand-up ones that are our most successful ones in Academic and Lawrence. We're going to have them up over campus. Our social media presence is starting to increase. Our website is growing, and we recently added the full print PDF on our website. Nice. If you can't grab a paper off a newsstand one week, head to pointparkglobe.com and scroll down to the bottom, and you got the entire issue right there in PDF format. You can share it with your grandparents back home in Nome, Alaska if they can't make it down to Pittsburgh for a week.
And with all this expansion, are you expanding your contributors as well? I mean, I know here at UView we've had a great turnout this past year. How's it over there for you?
You've seen it, Brittany. The freshman class here is so eager to get involved. We have 8 copy editors on staff right now. Last semester we started with 2. Out of the 8, 7 are freshmen. And of course there are a couple who are still trying to get their feet wet, but that's why we're here. We're here for kids to learn. We're here to make mistakes in college and to get better as we go along. We have so many staff members this semester. Our staff is a lot bigger than it has been in previous semesters. We have 2 section editors for each section, news, features, opinion, sports. But then outside of that, we have people writing for us every week. We have those 8 copy editors. We have an online staff. We have social media staff. We are everywhere, and I think right now we have between 40 and 50 people on my staff total, and that is just incredible.
Amazing. That's amazing. Josh, for our final question, we know that you're a sophomore and that you're editor-in-chief. How's that feel to you, being one of the youngest ever?
It's a lot, and it's fun, because I came to Point Park because they said, listen, this is Pittsburgh, and we want you to get the most out of it. We're not going to hold you back.
Gotcha.
Penn State, they say, junior year, maybe you'll get on TV, but here,
awesome.
Week 2, I was on Daybreak, and then week 1, I was writing for the paper, so I was able to get involved right away, and now I'm in an administrative role, and I've been able to really contribute, and that's making me really happy.
Nice. Well, I can definitely say on behalf of UView, we are all grateful for all of your hard work you and your staff put in every week, Josh. And we look forward to reading more great stories in the Globe when it comes out on Wednesday. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, Josh, thanks so much. I'm looking forward to the next issue of the Globe, too. When we come back, Josh will return to talk to us about All-Star Weekend for both the NFL and the NHL in our sports report.
Here at the Pioneer Sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in Key Pro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I had a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the questions? It's always a question. It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine! 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 Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
Welcome back to Daybreak. You know, Brittany, it was a slow weekend in Pittsburgh for sports.
For everything here. And with that being all said, All-Star Weekend and baseball still a couple months away. It was definitely a slow week, but Josh, there were a few things that happened in the sports world, right?
Brittany, it might be a slow sports weekend in Pittsburgh, but there's always something in the sports world. The Pittsburgh Penguins did end the first half of the 2015-16 season last week on a high note. The Penguins enter the All-Star break in 4th place in the Eastern Conference Metropolitan Division on a 3-game winning streak. The 2-0 win over the New Jersey Devils is how they ended the first half, and it lifts the Penguins into the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Sidney Crosby did score in his 7th straight home game against New Jersey, but that did not get him to the All-Star game. He didn't join teammates Chris Letang and Evgeny Malkin in Nashville for the 2016 NHL All-Star game. Fans had the power to vote for the captains of the new 3-on-3 tournament-style game. Arizona's former Arizona Coyote John Scott served as the captain of the Pacific Division squad, Florida's Jaromir Jagr of the Atlantic Division, and Washington's Alexander Ovechkin of the Metropolitan. Nashville was not the only site of an All-Star game this past weekend, however. Honolulu, Hawaii played host to the 2016 Pro Bowl Sunday. And what's being called a replacement bowl, NFL Hall of Famers Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice drafted their teams for the game. But of the 86 players initially named to the contest, the number of players either voted to or added as an alternate to the roster reached 133 as of last week. That beats the previous high of 119 in the 2009 season. 14 of those Pro Bowl selections left because of the Super Bowl. The big game, Super Bowl 50, features the young and the old at quarterback. Cam Newton leads the one-loss Carolina Panthers against one of the top defenses in the league in the Denver Broncos, quarterbacked by Peyton Manning. Manning will make his 4th Super Bowl start, but only has 1 ring to show from his previous 3. The Broncos QB led the team to Super Bowl 48 2 years ago, but lost to the Seattle Seahawks 43-8. In just his 5th season, Newton looks to become the first QB in history to win a Heisman Trophy, College National Championship, NFL MVP, and a Super Bowl ring. This Sunday marks the 3rd straight year both #1 seeds will play in the Super Bowl. You can catch the big game Super Bowl 50 on CBS Sunday at 6:30. Now with a look at more local headlines, let's head back over to Brittany and Blaine.
Animal cruelty laws are being pushed again in Pittsburgh after an emancipated dog was seized from a Homewood apartment last week. The Western Pennsylvania Humane Society officials said the case highlights the need for a bill proposed by State Representative Democrat Dom Costa. If the bill would pass, it would make the first charge of animal cruelty filed against someone a misdemeanor and the second a felony. The 3-year-old pit bull mix was only 23 pounds, with the dog's ribs and hip bones prominently seen beneath her light brown coat. The dog, called Effie, had an apparent intestinal blockage after eating bones, orange peels, piece of cloth, and plastic.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Steven Tyler set up stage last Wednesday in the 412 at the Y108 studios, where 40 lucky listeners got up close and personal with the music legend. Tyler stopped by Pittsburgh to talk about his new project, a country music album. Tyler believes that is one of the many reasons why Aerosmith stayed together, was because of their music diversity, and it is why he is heading this route. Hopefully he will visit Pittsburgh again soon with a concert for more than 40 fans, of course.
While the Super Bowl dreams came to an end for the Steelers, Pittsburgh fans are still loyal to their team. One Denver Broncos fan in Colorado learned this fact the hard way. Brian Lusk had his phone ringing off the hook with offers to buy his house, all because his friend, a Steelers fan, had enough of Lusk's gloating about the Broncos' win over the Steelers in the playoffs. The Pittsburgh fan listed his house for sale in several Denver area publications for an asking price of a pair of Super Bowl 50 tickets, airfare, and lodging. The ad even claimed that Lusk was getting divorced.
That's a funny story, Brittany.
I got a chuckle.
There is more trouble in the Middle East, though. But this time, their focus is on Europe instead of the U.S.
Now with those stories and more, we send it over to Kyle at the Daybreak News Desk.
We will start off with news that broke last week. Europol reported that ISIS is planning more attacks in France and other European countries. Europol said that Europe should be ready for more ruthless and coordinated attacks similar to the one that ISIS carried out in Paris last year. ISIS may also be planning more large-scale special forces-style attacks. ISIS is looking to do more global attacks on soft targets, which would allow them to cause mass casualties. Now on to Iran, where the Iranian military warned a U.S. naval vessel and a fighter jet to leave the site of a Iran naval drill. After the warning, both did leave the site of the drill. This all comes 2 weeks after Iran seized a U.S. naval vessel with 10 sailors that was within 3 miles of the coast of Iran. We will now take it to the sky, where airlines are now offering passengers a refund who have booked flights to countries in Central and South America because of the Zika virus. This is a relatively new mosquito-borne virus which is connected with neurological disorders. This leads to babies being born with abnormally small heads, and there is no vaccine to prevent it or no medication to treat the infection. American Airlines is offering pregnant passengers a full refund if they provide a doctor's note showing they are unable to fly to countries such as Panama, Brazil, and Cuba. Back to Blaine and Brittany, who will look like they are ready to teach us a thing or two about state laws.
Thanks, Kyle. And you are right. We are about to educate some of the staff here at UView about some state laws.
Get ready for our lessons, kids. Yeah, after the break, we will be debuting a new game, Fake Law or State Law.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Every state has laws in the books that don't really make much sense.
For instance, in South Dakota, no horses are allowed in the Fountain Inn unless it's wearing pants.
Exactly. So we are going to play a game we are calling Fake Law or State Law. We will read a law to our contestants, and they have to guess if the law is real or fake.
In addition to that, since the Super Bowl is this Sunday, we decided to take laws from the states of North Carolina and Colorado. So if they guess what state the law is, they all, excuse me, let me rephrase that. They first have to guess if it's a fake law or a real law. If it's a state law, then you have to guess what state it's from.
Colorado or North Carolina.
There you go.
So let's get started with law number 1.
On fake law or state law?
All right. Fake or state? It's against the law to sing off key.
State law.
Okay. Well, it was Kyle's turn. We'll just go down the line. We'll make it easy. All right. State law. Which state?
State I'll be choosing is Colorado. Oh.
I think we actually had a buzzer for that. Sorry, we didn't use my sound effects. But actually, it is a state law. It's North Carolina, so you don't get any points for that round. I'm sorry, Kyle.
Ooh, all right, next contestant up. Let's
Tanisha.
see.
North Carolina.
Tanisha, what is, let's say, all right. Anything considered witchcraft is illegal.
I have to say state law.
Nobody.
No. It's a fake law.
Fake law.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Witchcraft should be illegal.
Josh. Sorry,
go.
there's so
Let's go,
many
Coach.
I'm trying to pick.
Put me in.
During a rainstorm, every home must turn on their outdoor lighting.
State law.
Fake law. You guys are killing me here. We have
Wow.
no points on the board yet.
All right, Kyle, let's see if you can get some points on the board. Let's see, what are we going to go with? Oral sex is considered a crime against nature.
Wow, this is uncomfortable, but I'm going to go with state law.
Correct?
Surprisingly, he's right. I'll question you later
Wow.
on. What state?
Colorado? Colorado?
Again, Kyle.
No, Kyle, wrong.
You were so close both times.
No
North
points.
Carolina.
It's all right.
No points,
It's all
Kyle.
right.
No points.
Get him
I
next
wanted
time.
to ask that
Get 'em next
question.
time.
So, all right, next.
I'm just blowing today.
Oh, why would you say that? Okay, here's your turn.
Tanasia, throwing missiles at cars is illegal.
I'm going to say that's fake.
It's a state law.
Are you kidding?
It's Colorado.
Everybody else
my
was Colorado.
Colorado is interesting.
It is.
All right, Josh.
Here we go.
One person is not permitted to purchase more than 20 condoms in one transaction.
Why are you getting all the fun ones?
I gotta go with fake.
Surprisingly,
We
you're
have
right.
a point on the board.
Shouldn't I get half a point for that? I did tell you the answer.
No, I didn't hear you. You're irrelevant. I didn't hear you.
All right, Kyle.
Yes.
No pressure.
Do not be looking at the back of our.
You're
I'm going
down.
to turn over
You're down
here.
1-0 here. No pressure.
The ratio of cats to dogs owned may not exceed 2 cats for every 1 dog.
Fake.
You're correct.
No, that was an easy one.
What can I say?
He's getting all the
This isn't China here with
cut
kids
you
here. That was-
All right, so Kyle and Croup, you're up tied at 1. Tanasia, you are up. Try to get a point on the board, girly.
Come on, girl, you can get this. All right.
We believe in you.
Car dealers are not allowed to show cars on Sunday.
That's so not real. Are not allowed to show cars on Sunday.
That's real. We saw what Colorado's been doing.
You're messing with my head. I don't know now. I'm
Go with
gonna
your gut.
say
You got a 50-50 chance here.
I've never
But you
looked
gotta
at
get one
cars
right
on
to get the
Sunday.
second right.
You've never?
No. Let's say fake law.
Sorry, girl, you should have listened to Kyle.
I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
That's the one time
Wow.
you should listen to Kyle.
It was
And you were
Colorado.
wrong.
Oh! It's
You
Colorado.
should lose points for that, Josh.
Can't
That
listen.
We won't,
wasn't
be
in the
we
rules.
won't be that mean.
That wasn't in the rules.
All right, Josh.
Did I win?
It is illegal to permit one's llama to graze on city property.
As much as I love llamas, I think that has to be a state law.
It is. What state?
North
crazy.
Carolina.
It's Colorado.
Mm.
I call this question.
All right. Kyle.
The buzzer
all the
adds
good ones.
insult to injury here.
Kyle. Elephants may not be used to plow in cotton fields.
Ooh.
So you can finish the question.
Wow.
Setting up.
Elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields.
This is. Well, I know it's not Alabama, so I'll go fake law.
Wrong.
I knew it. I
North
knew it.
Carolina state law.
This is
All right,
crazy.
maybe you get this last one.
Oh my gosh.
We're not done yet, are we? No, we're not done yet. We're playing a couple more rounds more.
Okay. Trying to end this.
All right. Women must have their bodies covered by at least 16 yards of cloth at all times.
That's only culturally. I'm going to say fake law. Are you kidding?
North Carolina, darling.
Oh,
I'm
What
not.
a state.
What?
What a state.
I'm not moving there.
Thank you, Tom Wolf in Pennsylvania, for being
That's
so
the
gracious
dumbest
to
thing
us.
ever.
What a
I
time to
quit.
be
Oh, what a
alive.
time to be alive.
Lane?
All right, Josh,
This is crazy.
this is your last question.
It's for the win.
No.
Any red car is not permitted to exceed a speed limit of 50 miles per hour.
That's a real law. It's a real law.
That's a real law. It doesn't matter what car it is. Wait, let me think about that for a second.
See,
Any
Can I take
red-colored
the
car
question?
is not permitted to exceed a speed of over 50
law.
miles per hour.
State law.
Fake law.
It is a fake
Good
law.
thing you didn't listen to Kyle.
Kyle, you're gonna have one chance since you guys are you were tied up. One
Okay.
chance.
No pressure. No pressure.
Spirit
Which
fingers.
one?
Who's going to win?
I don't know.
crowd
Let's see.
noise.
What can we go with?
It is illegal to bring your horse or pack mule above the ground floor of any building.
State law.
Which state?
North Carolina.
Colorado. Josh, you are our winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Josh.
Not me.
You get to pick
Thanks, guys.
what segment you want to report on next week.
Okay.
First,
The good
first
prize.
pick.
The good
yes.
prize.
And I hope everyone enjoyed this game as much as our producers did looking up these laws.
Yeah, if you think those were ridiculous, you should see some of the ones about fishing here in Pennsylvania.
Finishing here?
Fishing, I meant.
But that-
I'm thinking about fishing this weekend. But that is all we have for this week's Daybreak. Make sure you tune in next week for more entertainment, more news, and everything in between.
Have a great week, Point Park.